welcome back everyone. I am ASMR-tist AJ Moore, and I will be reading another story for you today. So let's get on it. And the story is the Berenstain Bears get in a fight. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. By Stan and Jan Bernstein, as if there was anyone else. Let's get to it. The Berenstain Bears get in a fight. When two small bears don't get along, the grown-ups worry what went wrong. I don't know, this looks like it's gonna be crazy. It's published by Random House, New York. Most mornings in bear country, the sun rose to greet the day, and the mockingbird sang its copycat songs outside an upstairs window of the bear's treehouse. And inside the treehouse, Brother Bear and Sister Bear would wake up. Well, heck, I would wake up too if that bird was yelling right in my window. I would have squirted him with some water. I would have been like, go on and get. Brother and sister usually got along very well. They took turns nicely with the bathroom. They said please and thank you at breakfast. They often sat together on the school bus. After school, they worked together happily on their special project, their own backyard treehouse. But one gray morning, brother and sister didn't get along well at all. Maybe it was the weather, or maybe it was because the mockingbird slept late. But whatever it was, Brother and Sister Bear got into a big fight. Sister Bear opened her eyes and stretched. Then she sat up and her legs dangled over the edge of the bed, right in Brother's face. She didn't do it to be rude. It was just one of those things that happens with bunk beds. And I bet Sister didn't even wash her feet, man. She probably got Cheetos in his face. I'm with Brother. But that morning, Brother was not in a very good mood. Sister, he shouted, get your dopey feet out of my face. Ooh. My feet aren't dopey, and they're not in your face, she shouted back. Get your dopey feet out my face, Brother snarled. You shut up, snapped Sister. And before Brother could answer, she skipped into the bathroom ahead of him. Ooh. She told him to shut up. And I know she gonna take a long time in there. Look at Sister, boy. She like, you might as well go outside. She took a very long time, just like I said she would, brushing her teeth, washing up, and brushing her fur. "You better come out of that bathroom," shouted Brother, banging on the door. "Brother Bear," said Papa, coming out of his bedroom, "you know better than to shout at your sister. But she's taking too long in the bathroom," complained Brother, "and she's doing it on purpose." When Brother raised his fist to bang on the door again, it opened and out came Sister, all spruced up. "Good morning, Papa," she said. "As nice as you please." "Grrr," said Brother. Brother and Sister didn't say please and thank you that morning at breakfast because they weren't speaking to each other. And they didn't sit together. On the school bus, Sister sat in front of Brother and sat way in the back. Man, they tripping, y'all. That afternoon, they made a line down the middle of their backyard treehouse to show which half was whose. It wasn't much fun sitting up there in their treehouse not speaking, especially when it began to rain hard. Later, they kept on being mean by taking back the things they usually shared. Sister took back her modeling clay, which Brother had made into dinosaurs, and rolled it into one big lump. Man, that's cold. That's cold what Sister did. Brother took back his trucks and planes and put them on a top shelf where Sister couldn't reach them. Man, he used his height to his advantage, y'all. They got so angry that they forgot they weren't speaking and began shouting at each other, even louder than before. Then Papa lost his temper and began shouting at them to stop shouting. The neighbors didn't know which was worse, the big storm or the racket coming from the bear's house. They dysfunctional. Mama had quite enough. She put 2 fingers in her mouth and whistled very loudly. Papa and the cubs were so surprised they stopped shouting. "I didn't know you could whistle like that, Mama," said Sister. "Mama used to be a coach, y'all, 'cause only coaches can do that. That's like a special skill of a coach." "Well, I can. And I can also tell you," Mama said sternly, "that I've had quite enough of this foolish fighting. Why, I doubt you even remember what you're fighting about." The cubs tried to remember but couldn't. Mama took the cubs into her lap. "Everybody gets into an argument once in a while," she said. "Even folks who love each other very much. You and I don't have arguments, Papa." "Oh, yes, we do," said Mama. "No, we don't," argued Papa. "We're having one right now," said Mama, "about whether or not we have arguments." While Papa thought that one over, Mama went to say that occasional arguments are part of living together. We get angry, even call each other names and say things we really don't mean. And after a while, it's over. "Like a storm?" asked Sister. The rain had almost stopped and the sun began to shine through the clouds. Yes, said Mama, like the storm. Look, said Papa. The sun is shining on the last. The sun is shining on the last of the rain. Had made a rainbow. That was lovely. A rainbow is something very beautiful that happens after a storm, said Mama, looking at the cubs. You mean like making up after a big fight? Sort of, said Mama. So brother and sister hugged and made up and got along just beautifully. Until the next time, anyway. Yeah, that was a good one, y'all. I really liked that one. They was really going at each other, but them bears gotta learn. They gotta learn. So, thanks for joining me on this one, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Take care, y'all, and don't fight each other. Love each other.